Okay, good morning children. Here we are back again with maths. I'm continuing with algebraic expression. I think we in your WhatsApp classes I've been doing addition. It's very simple. Just have to add the like terms and proceed further. Okay. Now we come to subtraction, and subtraction I think there's a little change. There's a small thing that you need to do. Very important, right? Because you're getting introduced right now, or this is your second year of introduction to algebra. Okay. Now this subtraction is very important because there is a small important point that you need to know is you need to change the sign of the subtrahend. Okay, minuend is the above part in an expression. When two algebraic expressions are getting added or subtracted, the first one is called the minuend and the second one is called the subtrahend. Okay, the sign changes, right? So I'm going to explain it to you why also. So just pay attention. If you get this concept correct, later on in the higher classes you'll be having bigger sums, bigger expressions. You'll be dealing with polynomials, subtraction of polynomials. Then if you don't know this concept from now, right now, it will become difficult and you'll make mistakes and obviously you lose marks, right? So if you go to page number 158, I'm going to do a few examples first, and if time permits, we'll do the sum exercise 9C. Otherwise, I'll put that on WhatsApp. Okay, so let's do the first one. It's example 1. Subtract minus 7abc from 2abc. Minus 7abc. Okay, I'm not going to write the full question. Okay, so it says subtract minus 7abc from 2abc. Okay, from. So from comes first, then the one that comes after from has to be placed second. Okay, now this is what I'm saying. See, I told you about the change in sign of this. This is the minuend, this is the subtrahend. Okay, this sign needs to change. No. So from minus 7abc it has become plus 7abc. Okay. So 7 plus 2 will be 9abc. Okay. Please be careful of your signs. Okay. Now some of you might be wondering what is happening, why the plus comes in the middle, how come the minus plus sign comes there, it is minus, who decides? You know, there is a rule. Maths is always about logic and it's about sequence, right? So if I'll just explain it to you what is happening exactly. So the question says subtract minus 7abc from 2abc. 2abc, if you just write it normally, not in the vertical form, if you write in the horizontal form normally, it will be 2abc minus 7abc, right? So can you see? Can you see that this, we'll have to put this within brackets because this term already has a minus sign in it. So what do we do when you open the bracket? We'll have to compute, right? The bracket actually in maths means multiplication, right? So this should be 2abc, minus into minus is plus 7abc. So the answer will be 9abc. Alright, see, same to same. This is the reason why we have to change the sign of the subtrahend. Very simple. Okay, don't get confused. Just need to pay attention, and you guys are lucky that it is getting recorded in a video. You can play the video many times, and your human brain is a super brain. Ultimately, you will understand. Okay. Now, second one, example 2. Subtract minus 3xy from 0. 0 minus 3xy, you have to subtract from 0. So again, change the sign of the subtrahend. So 3 plus 0 or 3xy plus 0 is 3xy. Okay, so this will be example 2. Now let's move on to example 3. I'm not doing it according to the sequence of the book. I'm doing it what is important for you, what you need to do. Okay, now initially we were dealing with the second expression had a negative sign, a minus sign with it. Now we are going to deal with two terms which are both positive. Okay, so the third one that I'll be doing is subtract 5n from 3m. Okay, see, subtract 5n from 3m. Now just be careful. Okay, so 5n, you have to, so this is positive. Now other terms same. Can we subtract m from n? No. So this expression will be 3m minus 5n. Okay. right? So this is a very simple one. Now I'll go to a little bit higher. This was just single term. Now we'll be dealing with two terms, subtracting two terms. Okay. The next example that I'll be doing is, I'll call this number 1 again since it's a different type. Okay. So it says subtract 2x plus 3y from 3x plus 7y. So the from, after from, you have to write it first. 3x plus 7y, right? You have to subtract 2x plus 3y. If I'm not mistaken, that's the right one. Okay. Now both of them are positives. You have to change the sign of the subtrahend. Okay, or the lower expression. So this is minus. This is minus. Okay. Now 3x minus 2x is 1x or x. 7x minus 3x is 7y minus 3y is 4y. Okay. Now what about the sign? What about the sign? 7 is the bigger number, so the sign will be positive since 7 is positive. Okay, children. So this is the way we do it. Okay. Now we move on to another example. Okay. Now the second example is from subtract minus 2a plus b plus 4d from 4a minus 2b plus c. No, there's something. Okay. No, we are going to do the first one. Sorry. The first one is subtract 5a minus 3b from 2a plus b minus 2. So 2a plus b minus 2. From that you have to remove 5a minus 3b. Okay. Now there's a small little detail that you need to see out here is 3 terms subtracting 2 terms. If the third term is missing, don't panic. If it's not there, not there. You cannot create a new term, right? Let it be. See, that's why last time when I was teaching you about like terms and unlike terms is very important. Like terms means same. You have to put them one below the other or group them together. If you're doing it horizontally, you'll group them. If you're doing vertically, you'll put one another below the other. Okay. So again, change the sign of the subtrahend. From 5a, it becomes plus 5a becomes minus 5a, plus 3b becomes, minus 3b becomes plus 3b. Okay. So 2a minus 5a, what do you think should be the answer? We cannot subtract 5 from 2, so obviously it will be 2 from 5. Okay. We cannot do that, so obviously it will be 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3, so 5a minus 2 is 3a, but the sign will be minus because 5 is the bigger number and the sign is negative. Okay. Now next go to the next one. Next one is b plus 3b. Now this sign, this subtrahend, this expression, this term, I will not call it expression, this term is no longer negative. Children, please, you need to forget that it was negative. Now it's plus. Similarly, 5 is no longer positive number, it is negative now. So 3b plus b will be 4b. Since both of them are positive, it's positive, and you bring this 2 down. Okay, since there's nothing out here, you just bring it down, right? So minus 3a plus 4b minus 2. Okay, so this is dealing with 3 terms and 2 terms and all. I'll do 2 more examples, then we'll try to see if we can move on to the exercises if time permits. Okay. Now another example is number 2 according to the book. You have to subtract minus x square minus 3z from 5x square minus y plus z plus 7. So it's the third one, I think. 5x square minus y, 5x square minus y plus z minus 7. Okay, so if you see there 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, right? You have to subtract what? Minus x square. See, like terms, group them together. Minus x square minus 3z. We cannot put the 3z here. It's not possible. It is y. So we need to put the 3z here. Okay. So it becomes minus 3z. and whichever spaces they have blank, you can assume that it is 0 out there. Okay, so let me just paste it out a little bit farther so it becomes clearer for you guys. Okay, now again change in sign, nothing to do, it just comes down. Okay, so now 5x plus x square is 6x square. Okay, minus y, whole thing comes down, there's nothing in the middle, no subtrahend. See, that's why I was harping on the point that you have to change the sign of the subtrahend, minuend, subtrahend. Okay, minuend, these are all minuends, these are all subtrahends. Below y, there's nothing, 0, we cannot consider it a subtrahend, right? So minus y comes down as it is, it comes down, no change in sign, right? Now here we are going to compute. So z and plus 3z is 4z. Since both of them are positive numbers, it will be plus 4z, right? Then again, nothing in the subtrahend, blank, assume it is 0, the whole thing will come down. So minus, please don't put arrows in your copy, I am just doing this to make you understand. Don't do maths this way, your teacher will get confused, they'll think it's a new method. Understood? Okay, so this is the second one. Let me do one more example with you. Let me do one more example. Okay, the third one is subtract minus 2a plus b plus 4d from 4a minus 2b minus c. 4a minus 2b minus c. So from that you have to subtract minus 2a, always put the like terms together, minus 2a plus b, minus 2a plus b. Okay, now see, the third expression is 4d. Can we put 4d anywhere out here? Is there any 4d's here? No 4d, there is no d's. So what do? You have to put it somewhere here next to this. Okay, so it is minus 2a plus b plus 4d. Very important. See, children, right now this is a very simple term, a simple expression. We are just dealing with three terms. Later on in higher classes, you will be having 3 or 4 expressions. And you will have to deal with this. Okay, so you have to be very careful where you put your algebraic expressions, okay, or the terms. And like terms, you have to always keep that in mind. Okay, now change the sign. This becomes plus, this becomes minus, this remains the way it is. Okay, and this again the sign will change. Okay, so now, so this is 4a plus 2a. 6a minus 2b minus b minus you add plus, so this becomes 3b, but since both of them are minus, the sign will be minus c comes down, minus 4d. Since there's nothing, 0 minus 4d is minus 4d only, right? So let's consider there's a 0 out here, or just bring this 4d down. Understood? So it looks complicated, looks deadly, but if you just pay attention, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, so just pay attention in all these things, children. These are just examples that I'm doing. Most probably I'll be posting the answers for the previous sums that I gave also, and in the next class for maths I'll be solved sums from exercise 9c, as well as I'll be giving homework. If you can't understand, if you find it difficult to do, follow my video, you'll be able to do it. Thank you, children.